Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. In the latest distortion of economics, Hasbro has introduced the Monopoly for Millennials board game. In case you were hoping to buy one on Black Friday or perhaps today on Cyber Monday, you're out of luck. Walmart is the exclusive channel for the game and they are 100% sold out. According to the makers of the game, money doesn't always buy a great time, but experiences, whether they're good or weird, last forever. The Monopoly for Millennials game celebrates just that. Instead of collecting as much cash as possible, players are challenged to rack up the most experiences to win. Travel around the game board discovering and visiting cool places to eat, shop, and relax. Interact with other players via chance and community chess cards. And players don't pay rent. They visit one another, earning more experience points. This game is a great way to bring a fun and relaxed way to a party or a casual get-together. According to the makers of the game, adulting is hard. Take a break from the rat race with this edition of the game. Collect experience points by visiting the hottest destinations, from your friend's couch, to the vegan bistro, to the week-long meditation retreat. Collect money from players who visit the destinations you've discovered first. In this version of the Monopoly game, the player who collects the most experience, not the most money, wins the game. Now, when I was growing up, Monopoly was one of my favorite games. Our version of Monopoly actually came from South Africa, and all of the properties on the board were landmarks in London, England. The train stations were in London, places like King's Cross Station and Marylebone Station. I didn't realize at the time how large a role the game Monopoly would play in shaping my thought process as an entrepreneur. More recently, Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow game taught us how a few well-placed asset sales can literally catapult you out of the rat race. In both of these games, Monopoly and cash flow teach powerful lessons about cash flow and accounting. I don't have a problem with the idea of investing in personal experience. In fact, I do this too, and I'm not a millennial. Life isn't just about making money. For example, this past weekend, I spent a day in a meditation workshop learning the Wim Hof method of breathing and using the knowledge gained from that technique to take a plunge in an ice bath at 0 degrees for 1 full minute. That was an experience I will never forget, and I don't have to be a millennial to appreciate the experience. The idea of throwing financial education out the window and living a vagabond life from moment to moment is one of the most dangerous ideas that seems to be pervading our society today. Instead of getting out of the rat race, take a break from it and avoid the idea that it even exists. Now, I know what you're thinking. Get over it, Victor. It's just a game. Stop reading too much into it. And that's a perfectly valid point of view. But here's where I think the makers of the game have a responsibility. Millennials in their 20s are still at the stage of life where they're trying to figure it out, trying to figure out this current social experiment. There are only a limited number of opportunities to enter that discussion and shape the thinking patterns that will last a lifetime. If the idea is for a game to mirror real life, then perhaps the maker of the game could combine the two concepts together. In truth, the winner of either game, either the original or the millennial version, achieves something that is a proxy for freedom. Having the freedom to choose what you want to do when you want to do it is perhaps the ultimate expression of freedom. Financial wealth can buy financial freedom, yet so many people I know who have financial freedom are often prisoners in virtually every other area of their life. Money and the pursuit of money has become so pervasive that there's no time left over for anything else. It comes down to values alignment. To be clear, lots of millennials have been critical of the game on social media. You can't stereotype an entire generation with a way of being. If your millennial is asking for the newest Monopoly game this holiday season, you might find an aftermarket copy of the game on eBay for a huge premium, or maybe consider playing Cashflow or the original Monopoly game. I can't wait to land on Piccadilly Circus. In the meantime, have a spectacular day, go make some great things happen, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.